Next guest strongly believes that in order to have a clearer perception of the present in pursuit of the future, it is very imperative that we meaningfully reflect onto the past. These are the beliefs of composer, band leader and guitarist Billy Monama, who insists that we are constantly surrounded by mirrors whose depths reflects where we come from and where the roots of identity lie. So it's no surprise that Monama's debut album pays tribute to those whose ingredients have added flavor to his developing artistry. He joins us now in our studios to tell us more about his latest album, Rebounce. Billy? Or should I say the Billies? Or should I say Billy with a Y?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm all right. And how are you doing?
Oh, no, beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
It's quite early. I mean, usually I'll be still sleeping at this time. But,
yeah,
you know.
but here you are,
yeah,
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with promoting the album, isn't it?
Yeah. It's, you know, we're getting on the... on board to roll with it. Yeah.
Let's just look at the title of your album, Rebounce. What's the inspiration behind this? Because, in fact, I could have started by saying, finally, you've compiled an album of your own.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been around and I've worked with so much of great musicians, internationally and also locally. And Rebounce, I'm bouncing back from my experiences, musical experience, life experience, economical experiences as well, socially and economically. So I'm bouncing back in a musical note this time around, because I grew up listening to the great guitar players like the Max Mangwani, GB Dludlu, Lilo, and George Benson.
So that's where you draw your inspiration from?
Yes, that's where I draw I've drawn my inspiration, because so now that sound, when it comes back, now that sound keeps on coming back to me.
Yeah.
What do you call it? A bounce back.
Yeah.
It's a sound that bounce back, but I didn't want to title the album Bouncing Back, so I said it's a rebounce.
It's a rebounce.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah, there's no English word like that, but it's fine. The thing is a rebounce.
And the Billies, I know that you could have done this album 5 years ago had it not been for your busy schedule, financial constraints, because you started recording back in 2009.
Yes, absolutely. It is true. It was recorded in 2009. And music, I could say in short that at that time, I don't think I was ready, looking back now.
Yeah.
Because I could have made some mistakes. And also the music has grown, and I've grown as well as an artist. Yeah. So in 2014, the album was, I had to re-record the music again. And
because your house was broken into and everything was stolen. You see,
it's true. Oh, you know this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, but yes, and then they cleaned it out. And you know that when you have such incidents, they bring a financial setback. So I had to choose between buying a new property and releasing an album.
Yeah.
And it was. But now I said no maganjani.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing this.
Yeah. But also in 2013, you lost your mother in 2013, which is something that sort of affected you emotionally.
Yeah, actually, on that one, I wanted to correct it. It was in 2010.
Or was it in 2010?
Yes, it was in 2010. And, as well, there's a new materials, inspired by that incident, because I lost my mother when I was at a gig, in
Makufe.
In Makufe, and then I had to fly down, and, I did a gig at the State Theatre. After the burial, I went to do a gig.
Sure.
And then the following day, I flew to France to do a gig. Yeah. So there was no space of mourning.
Yeah. But I think the album is really about you mourning, because honali di feel it's honali bo lifuke bo phelo dikele dealing mewa how.
Absolutely. Yes. There's a hymn for dikele lifuke bo phelo. That song, it tells a story about us being scared to die. Many people, they've said that they're scared to die because they don't know whether they're going to hell or heaven.
Yeah.
I've never been to heaven before, but I can imagine how it looks like. So in short, it means that there's life after death.
Yeah, all right. But the album Yonanje, what makes it stand out from other albums that jazz?
What makes it stand out is because of different styles of music in it. in it you find the traditional jazz, and you get African music, like the world music of I featured a singer from Ghana by the name of Ago, yes. And this traditional South African music, and also contemporary South African music. So because I've worked with different artists from pop, R&B, jazz, gospel, all these influences, they are in the album.
Yeah, but how is it doing? How's the album doing?
It's doing well. I'm not going to make that kind of a cliche that I sold a platinum within 1 week of a release. No. I'm not going to make that kind of a cliche. But now it's doing well. There's been a good response since it was released in October on the 27th.
Yes.
So I just only got the hard copies last week Friday, so people, they've been showing
and there's this perception when I believe hore jazz ke batho ba baholo, and ke nana wena 32 nsia ka selemonyana se one fell. Why should I go out and buy your album?
Why you should go out and buy the album is because is the music that will touch you when you're sitting at home, because it's not a music that is only for Sunday. If you pick up the album, you play it, it will suit your Monday.
Your on Monday, any other day.
Your Monday, moment, and it will inspire you to look at life differently. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. And I mean, the album it will be a different offering. I mean, last time there was such a release, I remember it was at the times of Jimmy Dludlu and the Slylos. I haven't seen any release of a guitar player of this kind of,
So,
yes.
But in the future, if you were to collaborate with any other jazz musician, who would it be?
Oh, Pat Metheny.
Okay.
Pat Metheny, he's my favorite jazz musician. His compositions, his arrangements, his playing, I mean, and Dana Reeves as well is my favorite singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the Billies, we'll leave it at that. Billy with a Y. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, madam, launch 26 November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the details.
Yes, I'm launching on the 26th November at Gold Reef City.
Okay.
So I will see you most of you there.
All right. No, we'll see you there, the Billies. Thank you so much, and all the best going forward.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. There you have it. Composer, band leader, and guitarist Billy Monama speaking to us about his debut album that's titled Rebounce, and the founder and director of Grassroots Project to also launch the album, as he said, in Parktown next week Sunday. So do stay tuned to Morning Live for a taste of what the album has to offer. We're taking a break here on Morning Live, and then we'll go to Zimbabwe. That's where Criselda Lewis is this morning.